Good morning and welcome to another video, or welcome to the channel if you haven't come across the channel before. So today we're going to be thinking about starting cycling as you get older. When you hit 50 or beyond, there's a lot of negative things to it, but on the other hand, it's a really good time to start thinking about building your fitness for older age and looking after yourself. And cycling is a great way to do that. So today we're going to be looking at some tips on how to get into cycling if you haven't already. The good news is you don't need to wear lycra like this or ride a fast road bike to get into cycling. So let's get on with it. So today we're thinking about starting riding. Cycling's a great sport for getting fit without putting too much strain on your body. It's fun, it's good for your mental health, it's getting you outdoors in the fresh air. So how do you go about starting cycling? Keep watching the video to find some top tips on how to start cycling. So the first thing you're going to need is a bike. And it really doesn't matter what bike it is, as long as it's roadworthy and it fits you. So don't worry about having to get an expensive road bike or any of that stuff. You can start cycling with any bike you can find and the minimum equipment. So I'm riding a gravel bike, and I think gravel bikes are a really good place to start because they're so versatile. You can use them on the road, you can use them on trails and gravel, as long as it's not too technical, and you can use them for commuting. You can often put a rack on the back of it. You can use them for bike packing. So many uses to a gravel bike. So if you are looking to buy one, you could do worse, or you could start with a gravel bike. But as I said, any bike will do as long as it fits you. You don't need to wear full lycra or anything like that. You can just wear comfortable clothing like I am, just normal shorts, t-shirt. The only thing is, if you are going to do a bit of riding, you might get a bit sweaty, so it might be worth investing in some sort of sporty type shorts and a top, just for wicking the sweat away. As you get into cycling, you do find it more comfortable if you're wearing cycling shorts. So you could look at buying some cycling shorts in the future, and you can always, if you don't want to go lycra, wear them under some baggy shorts. But at the moment I'm just wearing normal shorts and it's feeling pretty comfortable. So if you've got a bike and some equipment, what do you do next? So if you're new to cycling, finding a nice quiet stretch of road like this is always a good place to start, where you're not going to be worrying about traffic or things like that. So if you can, choose a nice quiet road, or maybe a cycle path, or even if you're lucky enough to have a park or gravel section of forest or something like that you can ride on. It's a good place to start. Another great thing when you're starting is to go with a riding buddy. There's nothing better than to start with a riding buddy. Someone to ride with keeps you going, encourages you to go out when you're maybe not feeling it, and can keep that fitness trend on the upward trajectory. So how far should you go? Well, as far as you want. That's a nice thing about starting cycling. There's no rules. You can do whatever you like. Maybe you'll find 15, 20 minutes is enough to start off with, building up to half an hour, maybe an hour. The nice thing about cycling is because it's not weight bearing, you can do it for quite a long time. All that time you're getting that aerobic benefit of being on the bike. So gradually just try to build your time up. And you'll quickly find that as soon as you start cycling, if you haven't done any before or done much exercise before, you will rapidly notice a change in your fitness. So if going from maybe couch potato to cycling, you could easily be building up to cycling within an hour, for an hour within a short space of time. So if you are starting cycling for fitness, one thing you should bear in mind is frequency. You don't have to go far, but if you can do it 2 or 3 times a week, you are going to notice your fitness improving that much more. So if you can, really try to build it in to a schedule. Two or 3 times a week, half an hour to an hour, you'll rapidly notice your cycling getting stronger and your skills improving a bit as well. Talking of skills, one thing it's easy to miss when you're a beginner to cycling is to use your gears. Make sure you're frequently changing gears so you can pedal efficiently. A nice sort of quick pedaling style is much more efficient and easy on your muscles than a slow, hard push on the pedal. So use your gears. One thing that would be really useful as a new rider is making sure you can fix a puncture, because sooner or later you are going to get one. And unless you've got a team car waiting or a very forgiving partner, it's better to fix a puncture than have to call the car out. So be sure to make sure you can do that and you've got the right equipment to do it. There's tons of videos online about how to fix punctures, and when you get used to it, it really doesn't take that long. And finally, if you are new to cycling, you might be a bit worried about being injured or something like that on the road, but the statistics are really on your side. Getting involved in an accident is very unlikely statistically, and the benefit you will get from cycling far outweighs the problems with riding on the road. So as I said, don't forget there are lots of places you can ride if you are worried about riding on the road. Don't let that stop you starting this great sport. So I hope you enjoyed that video and found it useful. If you're watching and you're experienced and you've got any other tips, don't forget to drop them in the comments below so everyone can benefit from those. And until next time, bye for now.